I would love to bring y'all up to speed on this story, and I'm gonna do a brief version of that, but you're just gonna have to kind of catch up. I apologize. This cop allegedly accidentally killed himself near a school where they were doing training exercises unbeknownst to every neighbor in the neighborhood. That's kind of the last thing we heard about it. And now we got some new news. Happy holidays, guys. I'm not saying that about the news. I'm saying it because it's January 1st, 2025. Happy holidays.
We continue to follow the death of a San Antonio police officer, William Casberg, an officer who took his own life and was at the center of an investigation. Initially, the police chief told us that Casberg died in an accidental shooting.
So this isn't the first time that SAPD has shared wrong information when it comes to a shooting involving one of their own. Sources told KSAT that this appeared to be a suicide the day that the shooting happened. KSAT investigates Daniela Ibarra walks us through what we know so far about the case.
Officer William Casberg served in the San Antonio Police Department for nearly 30 years. On Tuesday, San Antonio police say he was at a shuttered Southwest Side school for state-mandated training. Chief Willie McManus told reporters Casberg shot himself.
It appears right now that it was an accident.
But multiple department sources told KSAT that day the scene indicated the self-inflicted wound was intentional. Still, McManus doubled down on the claim that it was accidental while addressing the media.
And I don't want anyone to report that it was a suicide because we don't know that. We don't believe that right now.
2 days later, the department had to change that statement. The medical examiner said Casberg died by suicide. Rockport police were investigating Casberg as a suspect in an invasive recording case from an incident at a motel there last month. They say detectives talked with Casberg the day before he took his own life.
The case will ultimately be cleared since the person accused is unfortunately took his own life, but we will continue with the investigation just to do our due diligence, whether to either clear him or see if there was probable cause that the crime occurred.
KSAT Investigates found that this shooting is at least the 5th incident in 5 years where the chief has given information about a shooting by a San Antonio police officer, either on duty and off duty, that's been later refuted. We asked SAPD for an interview with the chief, but they refused to make him available. In a statement, SAPD Captain Michelle Ramos says the department shares information they know at the time with the caveat that information could change.
We also learned today Casberg was one of 2 SAPD officers who created the department's mental health unit. We spoke to his partner of 25 years about the impact of Casberg's death.
It's paralyzing. The number one killer among law enforcement is suicide. It's not being killed in the line of duty. These situations just continue to happen.
Ernest Stevens says most officers knew Casberg because of his role in training. Coming up at 6, Avery Everett will talk about their long history as partners and Casberg's role in the mental health unit.
Daniela, thank you. Now, we also want to remind you out there that if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or thoughts of suicide, please know you don't have to fight it alone. There's someone that you can reach out to. You can call 988 or you can text TALK to 741-741. You can also call the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention or the National Alliance of Mental Illness. The number is right there on your screen. It's 210-223-7233.
So there you have it, man. William and Willie. William, I guess some people would say Bill. Funny that is, huh? That's who I am anyway. Reporting live from South Florida, Cherokee, Trailhand Bill. Y'all know Cherokee Bill? You're not into cowboy stories like that. First thing I do want to say is that if you call those lines, man, and shout out to the people that they work for. But please don't call those lines looking for like a genie in a bottle, because they work for who they work for, and for the people that they don't work for, they're very insensitive and cruel. And I'm just going to be honest with you, because what usually happens is when you call those lines, they have not only a set amount of time, they have a set amount of resources and a set amount of script that they can walk through with you, no matter what your issue is. And like I say, man, that cookie cutter response and setup, it just isn't going to work for everybody. So I don't want to demean or minimize it for people who it works for. But again, I want to give the clear message that any of these helplines that you may call, even if you're going to a professional therapist, please don't look to them like they're God or a genie in a bottle, because there are a lot of people who seek these types of resources and walk away as or more broken than they were when they, sought them out. So I just want, because people be missing balance in life. And for me personally, I don't have that experience with the suicide lines, but with therapy and stuff like that, like I say, it works for it works for it. And if you work for those people, man, just know that humans are human. So if you have a cookie cutter setup training that you went through, I'm not saying toss it and throw it away, but humans are human. So there's no cookie cutter setup to deal with individuality or individual humanity. Like, you take people as they are. We're not machines. That's enough of that rant. I didn't even know I was going to say that, but I seen that on the end, and they kind of throw that out there like, hey, man, we're here for you. We got your back. And realistically, man, you're dealing with humans when you call those lines. So this percentage of the people who answer actually care, and this percentage of people who have their own motives for doing what they do, and it's not necessarily compassion. Speaking of compassion, man, I was listening to somebody from the hip-hop community, and he was talking about how people were talking about this United Healthcare CEO deserved to die, and they weren't necessarily upset about a similar sentiment to how some people feel when they hear about cops' deaths. And if you watch my channel, you know what I'm going to say, man. That's your right and prerogative to feel like that. That's between you and God. But I never celebrated anybody's death. I wasn't raised like that. It doesn't go with my spiritual or civil morality. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? There are times when there was no other recourse but for somebody to die, and I'm still not the type of person that celebrates that. So I just wanted to throw that out there in this story. But the problem that I do have, sir, besides the fact that this news, shout out to this investigative journalist resource, said 5 times in 5 years that they have discovered, that just means that's what we know about through their investigation, that your ass out here lying about what the hell happened when your people out here shooting. You know what I mean? Diplomacy out the window, maybe, for me in this video. Talk to these how they treat us. Hopefully I don't go too far with it. When they first brought us this story, it may have been this damn journalist, so they switched it up, but they was trying to sell it to us like that, and it probably was them, because y'all brought us the information, so shout out to y'all for that, but y'all minimizing what the hell happened here. So first time they brought it to us like this entire community was brokenhearted about this, and then they interviewed one damn neighbor who got on the camera and said, of course, basically the same things I say. We ain't celebrating because nobody died, but damn, if he accidentally shot himself over here, he could have accidentally shot somebody we love over here. So can y'all let us know when y'all over here doing this shit? If you seen the video, you already heard of this, because this is what I said and this is what the neighbor said. I ain't making it up. So while the media, the journalists are trying to look like everybody heartbroken over this, you got a genuine person on camera who lived there and said, hey fam, yeah, we care about them, we care about everybody, but motherfucker, we don't care about them less than we care about our own people. Or more. Whichever one I should have said right there. So get these dangerous motherfuckers under control. Y'all remember what I said? Put a sign on the tree or something. Let us know y'all over here at this abandoned ass school that y'all done commandeered to accidentally be killing yourselves. I mean, but even there, we knew some shit was off. And a couple of days later, we get the real truth. They didn't even spill it all the way in this story, and I'm wondering why. Maybe y'all didn't know. I mean, y'all investigate cops for 5 years minimum and get this very pertinent information that the American public need, but y'all not going to tell us that this man was under investigation for allegedly filming underage teens. They didn't say girl or boy or girl, but I mean, it was an investigation. You a cop, qualified immunity if nothing else, but we're Americans, innocent until proven guilty. So, I mean, there are a lot of reasons I could go into why a man or a woman in that situation, innocent albeit, would still choose to take their life or some other drastic measure. Still innocent. I could think of some reasons now. But I don't know this, man. It's not my fault that your ass got 30 or 10 years as a domestic terrorist. And for me, I'm sorry. Spiritually, that's between you and God. Morally, all you cowards are guilty until proven innocent. So if they say you did that shit, you did it, fam. And then you killed yourself. A couple of days later, when they say we need to holler at your ass about it, what am I to think? More caveats, more context? If somebody lying, it's the journalist, not me. I'm going to put the print article in the pinned comment and or the description. Y'all know that, Lord willing. They say your people turn you in. You was on vacation somewhere with your girlfriend and your family. They seen the videos or something on you, wherever you had them at, they turn your ass. They call them folks on your ass. They call your folks on your ass. Your folks call your folks on your ass. A couple days later, your people get on camera and say, hey, He didn't even kill himself. And I don't want y'all saying that. That's y'all problem. Y'all really think this idea that is seeming in y'all mind is the reality in America and in the world. Y'all control everything. We don't give no damn what you want reported, fam. Your people already here on the scene telling us that bullshit you saying on that podium ain't true. So I guess for me, man, the question that blast out is why in the hell are they going so hard to like, cause okay, I mean, but the answer remains, right? I was gonna say, why are they going so hard to cover these details up? And in this instance, you can just say, hey man, well maybe they didn't want nobody to know that their partner was yada yada yada. But what about the other 5 times or 4 times, however you do that math? What were they trying to cover up then? And then the reason I had to catch myself is because the answer is pretty much gonna be the same. They don't want the indiscrepancies in the morality of their organization to be revealed. They want to continue. I was thinking watching this video, the coward, the chief who got on the screen and told that lie. I was thinking, you probably got grandkids somewhere you be telling it, you got to be honest. That was something else I forgot to say when I recovered the first video. They did their best, like they're doing in this video, to present this man as some type of hero, martyr, fam. Man up at least. I don't want to get into the mental health thing and be too insensitive there, but they say you did something. Come out at us and let us know you didn't. You're a cop, right? Morally upstanding. I think all you did and then your buddies did after your actions is tarnish. I mean, what's already tarnished, and that's any image realistic people have of you cowards. Now, once again, I pray for his family, because just because he was a cop and this happened, I can't just automatically associate them with any of his evils. I can't do that. That's not how I live. It's another argument to be made there. I won't make it in this video, but because I'm a human, man, I definitely pray for them. But I also pray for the victim, man. If there is a victim in this case, if this actually happened, what about their family? What about the lives that they have to live? What about the justice that they can't get now if this actually happened because you took the coward's way out? I mean, and once again, let me take that last part back. I don't want to call him a coward, man. But you definitely didn't, if this actually happened, you didn't stand to address the accusations and the actions that you're guilty of. So I stress if, guys, because I am a man. I'm not in this world where men are guilty of things just because people accuse them. Men are human. So just because a motherfucker making no accusation don't mean I'm evil. If they did it, if I did it, if he did it, bring it to the table, man. You see what I'm saying? But yeah. Here we go, guys. Cops spinning more lies. And is anybody surprised that we in the deep south, good old boys, former partner speaks? Well, he's going to talk about this alleged victim. He's going to try to paint this dead domestic terrorist as some type of hero that we still supposed to praise with adulation. I'm going to leave that there. Y'all be good. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.